Hello everybody, as you can tell, once again, YouTube has changed its payment policies. Calm down. Now, I just thought I'd put my thoughts across on this as a small creator who is being affected by this on multiple channels. Basically, as you probably are aware, I have had in the past multiple channels of various content. I've had a comedy channel, I've had 2 different gaming channels, I've had a vlog channel, I have an AMV channel, and this channel. At the minute, people are freaking out because basically, oh my god, all the little guys aren't getting paid. All the little guys are going to get screwed. All the little guys are completely buggered with this plan. Oh my god, no one's going to get this, no one's going to get that, no one's going to get that. And honestly, as someone who's been around since the platform near enough began and didn't actually get paid till 2011 and was affected by the initial copyright issues when the copyright bot was brought in, etc., with my AMV channel, which was making me money at the time, which allowed me to start off another channel. So one channel was dependent on a separate channel. This makes sense. Now you might be wondering, how does this make sense? Even as someone who had a secondary channel that was taking income from a primary channel that was affected by previous ruling, I actually get this. I understand it, and here's why. As I said, I didn't earn a penny off YouTube until 2011, and then in 2013 my channel was hit with the copyright bot, and a lot of my content became unmonetized, copyright strikes, the whole kit caboodle. Basically, I was struggling to get any income in from the channel, and it was trying to support a separate channel. So in 2012, my income dried up. When the copyright bot got bought in, it made sense because at the time you had people loading full episodes of TV series, you had people loading full films, and there was no regulation on that. So people were getting paid for other people's work, and there was people making money off other people's content by making fake channels. Do I think this is a major moment? No, I don't think this is a major issue, because once again, as I explained, I understand why they've done it, and it makes sense. So last year I went to VidCon EU and they announced that they were changing the partnership policy to 10,000 views lifetime on a channel. And people were upset about that. Big creators such as Matt, Pat and others were stating this is unfair on small creators. We want small creators to get going on the channel, and for some of them they require income to do that. And in a way it was, but in a way it also wouldn't work. That was brought in to combat people who were just making channels, uploading whatever they wanted and getting a load of money. And let me explain why that policy didn't work. It's took me so long to make this video to release a new policy. The current issue. 10,000 views was originally designed to combat bad actor channels. Now if you look at a bad actor channel, they have a small number of subscribers, but they will have easily a dozen videos that are well past the 10,000 view mark because they put them on the kids app, which meant that mummy and daddy weren't paying attention and little Billy saw something horrifying that scarred him for life, which of course caused controversy on YouTube and the platform to be looked into. This is the major issue behind all their policy changes. When YouTube started up, you had people originally, and I'm going to go through all the policies here. If you're unaware of the history of YouTube, as someone who's been on the platform since day one, and I've seen all these changes. Policy number 1, people were uploading complete videos from other channels onto their channels, claiming to be a second channel and getting subscribers and all this, and YouTubers weren't paid. So YouTubers brought in the policy where you could report other people for using your content, but that meant you actively had to search for this content. You then had, after that, it was discovered that people were uploading racist, pornographic, sexist material onto the site, and then you got the report function, which was abused. You don't see a pattern here. The report function was abused on channels who had feuds and reporting each other, and quite a lot of small YouTubers back then actually got shut down and had to restart from scratch. Then companies found out, hang on a minute, this YouTuber's uploaded our film in full, or this YouTuber's uploaded a load of episodes in full and people are watching it. This is when the partnership program started to be brought in. And what the hell, this is when adverts started on YouTube, and it became a case of what the hell, we have to report this. And it was reported, and then we got the copyright bot, and the copyright bot started striking things and all this, and fair use was thrown out the window. People can argue for it, and where the fair use movement by Nostalgia Critic, the video link is going to be right here. It's a very interesting video, I recommend you go watch it, because this actually influenced the last change. But fair use was thrown out the window, and companies just constantly bombarded critics and film reviewers, and they used it for abuse. You're beginning to see the pattern. Then we had, oh, this was good, we had the change. We had the escrow system brought in, because people were using the copyright system to leech money off big creators such as Angry Joe, such as Total Biscuit. Multiple big gaming channels were given copyright strikes by copyright trolls, their initial revenue nicked. PewDiePie was having revenue nicked off him on nearly a weekly basis. And you can imagine, for a big channel like that, the only difference why everyone wasn't doing it was because it was a case of you had to get the strike in first. You had to hit them first. You hit them first, you get 2 weeks worth of their revenue, and then you just drive off. As Angry Joe put it, trolls just rolled up, hit you with a copyright strike, then we're going to turn around to argue in 2 weeks. They drove off laughing with so much money. And 2 weeks are critical for a video. When a video was first uploaded at that time, 2 weeks was absolutely crucial. And this was years before where the fair use movement started. But at the time, the partnership program came into effect. And this was back in 2011, 2010, 2009, 2008. The partnership program had been around. But you know what the key difference is to nowadays? You didn't know how you got in. No one knew how they got in. Big creators didn't know how they got in. Most people assumed, and probably rightly so, that if your video got put on the featured page, you were instantly in the partnership program. And how I joined the partnership program? There's some evidence for that. I had at the time a little AMV channel because I was ghost editing for people. I was hiring myself out as an editor. They were paying me to do this stuff. I was sending it to them, and they gave me a little bit extra to not say that I'd edited the video. And I was getting some income for that to support me at YouTube. And I used a little AMV channel that's still around to keep my hand in the editing pool. When I was learning a new trick, I'd try it on an AMV. I'd try making this little silly music video, upload it, that would do. And in 2011, one of my videos went viral. Exactly how viral? This viral. And, yep, that was at the time when I had 100 subscribers on that AMV channel, most of them people I'd worked with. I got a letter and an email within 2 weeks of it hitting the 100,000 mark, saying, "You've qualified for the partnership program. Would you like to join the partnership program?" Now back then there was no one manually reviewing your partnership program. There was no Google preferred. Your CPM was worked out by someone at Google, but you were never told your CPM. You were also advised never to disclose it when they did turn around and say, "Here's your CPM, here's your transparency, here's how much you're earning." And that one video earned me about $1,000. That's the first bit of money I earned off YouTube. And then I had a second video do quite well, and then a third and a fourth amongst the AMV community. So not like I was on the featured page or anything like that, but several videos went what you would classify as viral. And I was earning money off them, and I used them to buy equipment, to buy new editing software, to commission an artist for a channel, and just do quite a lot, like get a new computer, get a better processor, get a new laptop. I used it to support the channel and to support myself at university. And then towards the latter end, when my 4th or 5th video came out, the copyright system came into effect. And I started getting hit by copyright strikes off other channels who'd done similar videos but weren't happy that theirs weren't getting as far. The issue was I knew how to tag, I knew how to pick a decent thumbnail out of the video, I knew how to title it, and I shared it with certain people who would also share it. I knew how to network. So these videos were doing well, but that didn't stop the other channels. They would just constantly copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. And the revenue disappeared. It was easier for me to shut down some of those videos than it was for me to keep arguing, oh, they've done this, and some of my videos got stolen. And once again, that's where the abuse came in. If you watch the AMV channels, they will always be the first ones affected by any policy, because they're usually small channels, but with a lot of revenue and a lot of views that basically mean you're not gonna be considered a big target that's going to be able to defend itself. Even if that channel does eventually transition into something else, which I did and ah about with it, but at the same time it's different forms of content, and I thought I might lose more audience than I'd gain by changing up my channel. And that was a policy for a long amount of time. If you put a copyright strike in, you get the revenue as long as you're the first one in, and in 2 weeks you cancel it, you got all the revenue. But then they changed the transparency on the partnership program because it wasn't clear how you got into it. In about 2013 or 2014, I can't remember the exact date, the partnership program completely changed. Now there were some policies before that. I remember back in high school people made YouTube channels to make money and to get into the partnership program because they didn't know how to do it. They started using view bots, they started using sub bots. And whilst both are still used these days, there is a lot less abuse of them because it will actually flag your channel with YouTube now. It's a lot easier to get flagged. Just look at Jinx. Jinx was a big reaction channel who, despite making mediocre to piss poor content, was constantly in the million subs and the hundreds of thousands of views. And then the view and the sub bot got brought in, went, hang on a minute, how many of these people are actually active? And we got the policy where every 3 months YouTube will periodically check, and anyone who's been inactive for nearly a year to 6 months, depending on how proactive they are, to putting comments, okay, they get a bit more leeway. If they're uploading videos, okay, they get a bit more leeway. But they will just, any channel that's only sub to a load of channels but has no one sub to it, who doesn't leave comments, who watches the videos. This is what I mean. YouTube does these policies for the best of intentions, but aren't fully transparent as to why. So in high school, when the sub bots got brought in, I had people who were earning $2-3 grand a month off YouTube and were paying $15 for a bot program and a set number of subscribers and a set number of views, and because that was happening, they were getting pushed into recommended sections and just abusing the algorithm. And this is what it always comes down to, YouTube. Your algorithm is right and ready for abuse. As soon as YouTube made everything transparent on how to get into the partnership program, and eventually, as I said, in 2013 to I believe as early as 2012, anyone could get an AdSense account and be added to the partnership program. It started to expand. It was, you've got a YouTube channel, you've been uploading, great, you can join the partnership program if you want. And that was in relation to people saying, well, my video went viral but I was only added into the partnership program at 100,000 views, but by the time I found the email I was at 2 million views, so I've lost all that revenue, I'd like that back. And YouTube brought it in to counter that. The issue comes again at VidCon EU in 2017. They turned around and they said, we'll make you eligible for the partnership program but eligible for monetization at 10,000 views. It was a bit of an uproar with people just getting started. I wasn't fussed. I wasn't fussed at all. Some of the content I've filmed, some of the games I've done, and the fact I do have a channel that's on nearly 1 grand of subscribers that I'd love to bring across if any of them want to, meant 10,000 views, easy. I was on 4,000 views. I'd only had the channel up about a year. I'd only been periodically uploading for 6 months. Easy. We can do 10,000 views. And that was the issue, wasn't it? Nearly 12 months later, give or take, YouTube turned around and went, oh no. Because guess what? if you reveal that you need to hit a certain target, people are going to exploit every trick in the book to get to that target. They would get view bots. They would risk being banned to hit that 10,000. They would do deliberately controversial content. I don't know, prank channels, Daddy A5, children's toy channels, where the content borders on fetishistic. That's as close a pronunciation as you're going to get. Don't ask me to repeat it. Where kids are near enough being abused, and some of these comments are paedophilic. You have bad actors. You have people who realise if they put their stuff on the kids app, Philip DeFranco did a video on this, right here, that they would get more views and no one would report them because kids don't know how to report and they don't know what they're looking at. So then we got 1,000 subs, 4,000 hours of watch time. And you know what? It makes sense. It does. It honestly makes sense. It honestly does make sense because YouTube has always been a free harbour. It's been a place where you can go and upload your opinion of a film, a book, a movie, and the big companies wouldn't have any real say of get rid of that video, we don't want it, we'll sue you, because YouTube gave you all the tools to defend yourself. It was one where you could play games and go, you know what, realistically I don't actually like this, and a gaming company couldn't go to a website and say take it down or we sue the entire site because it was so big. And that's the problem. Let me explain. YouTube over time has had competitors. It has had Blip TV, VidMe, Vimeo, LiveLeak in a sense has been a competitor of YouTube, and Vine. All of them want to be big social media platforms. Blip TV didn't have a copyright system, so several people I used to watch went onto Blip TV and made brilliant content because directors couldn't turn around and say, you need to remove that. VidMe, a site I was looking at joining, basically became big because it had no copyright system and it paid you immediately. You were immediately in the partnership. That was its big selling point when the 10,000 views was announced. For VidMe it was, come here, you don't need any view limit. Just upload a video, everything you watch gets paid at a set rate, you're all equal here. With no view bot program, with no sub bot program to go, excuse me, someone's been watching quite a lot of these, as well as a premium subscription service where you could support the creators, which sounds great on paper until you realised it was ripe for abuse because everyone got one free sub. That's right, everyone could pay someone $5 a month every month without having to pay anything. So what happened? VidMe got run rampant with people just making a load of fake accounts, subscribing to a channel, giving them a load of money, and then view botting their videos. And it collapsed. Blip TV had a bit of a harsher partnership program, but it still collapsed because it didn't get anything off sponsored videos. That's another controversy. The hashtag spawn, hashtag ad, hashtag not spawn, hashtag not an ad, that was honestly started by British YouTube creator Emma Blackery during the Oreo controversy, which the fact it's called the Oreo controversy is hilarious, but seriously, look at what happened. It is a complete clusterfuck of how did you not realise this was going to be an issue. Then you had Vine, which, guess what? Vine didn't pay its creators, the ads paid its creators. Vine got barely anything off its ads and the creators were making millions of other companies approaching them. Vine paid barely anything. I am excited for Vine too, and I hope they've learnt from their mistakes, but this is the thing. Where companies have approached it, said, hey, we really like this site, can we pay to be on here and advertise amongst people? And YouTube's cut the pie into as many slices as it needs to and said, yep, we've only got 50 creators who might be interested in you. There you go, cut 50 ways, great. And then everyone else started joining up, saying everything under the sun their channel did. And advertisers came and YouTube got bigger and bigger and bigger. These sites didn't have to worry about paying the extortionate prices that related sites would charge for putting up an advert. At the same time, everyone was happy. YouTube was growing, only a set number of people could actually earn off the site. Advertisers could approach people they liked and say, hey, do you want to make a bit more money? We'd like to support this. And that's great. It looks like the model works. Basically, build a site for nearly enough nothing. People come and your site swells. You make millions. People make so much money, but you make even more by owning the site. So then Blip TV and others started. Vimeo. Vimeo is only still around today because you have to subscribe to upload to it, which is a case of you better have decent content because you can't even look what's on there without an account. And these competitors collapsed. And these competitors collapsed because people flooded to them because they turned around and said, we're a bit like YouTube, but we don't have this annoying policy that's stopping you from getting paid. And the exploits that YouTube has fought for years to counteract, to stop, worked on these sites. So vid bots, sub bots, view bots, copyright claims, other people stealing your content. So these websites collapsed under their own weight. How does this affect YouTube and all its policy changes? Because at the minute, here's what's happened. YouTube has got big. Unfortunately, when you get big and there's free money knocking about, I will say this, the people who are complaining about not making any money or suddenly losing $100 a month are the people who want YouTube as an easy money. I work. A lot of people I know who create with me work. A lot of people who work for me on these videos I create work alongside YouTube. They have other jobs. But a lot of the people I see complaining haven't held down a job in years, refuse to even look for one, are convinced they're going to be internet celebrities, but hate criticism on their content and will complain, why am I not growing when I just take the piss out of children every 3 months? These are the people who have basically been getting under the radar, people who have been getting away with shit and thinking no one will notice them. And then, guess what? We've seen you, we've seen what you're doing, and the issue is the advertisers are seeing what you're doing. These despicable people have been attracted to YouTube, and even on YouTube have seen ways to try and make a quick buck. Have seen ways to try and backstab someone so they can get more money. Philip DeFranco said it best with this clip.
Now, because I don't want all these small creators just to feel left completely abandoned right now, I'm going to give out free advice. Whether you're a large creator or more importantly, you are a small creator, you need to look at other sources of revenue. It's something that I've preached for years and years and years. We can't always count on drunk stepdaddy YouTube to be looking out for us. For the long term, you need to figure out ways to make money on YouTube, not necessarily from YouTube.
He's completely right there. You should always, if you're willing to do this and it looks like it's going to take off as a job, you should diversify your revenue. I'm diversifying mine with Patreon and GameWisp. But at the same time, I have a full-time job. I know that if this doesn't take off, it's not going to affect me because I can go into my job at the minute and I'm making $25,000 a year, which doesn't sound like much, but someone straight out of uni, it's pretty decent. And if this takes off and it starts earning above that margin, that is when I will seriously sit down and say, hey guys, I'm doing this full time. People aren't going into YouTube as realists, they're going into it as seeing it as a way to make a quick buck. They're seeing it as a way to do more than what they do in their real life, but because they don't ever put any effort into their real life. Look at old school creators who are now complaining that they're not as big as their friends because they're unwilling to do the work. People still think YouTube, you upload a video, you make money, that's it, you're set for life. It's not like that. And there are people who realise that, and there are people who will always play the system. Bad actors play the system. Do I agree with the policy change? Yes! I just can't believe it's took them so long to do it. But at the same time, I don't agree with some other policy changes, but I do agree with this policy change. Even as a small channel, yeah, I'm on 50 subs. My target is 100 this year, that's a realistic target for me. But I agree that something should have been changed. Yes, I realise I'm not going to get paid for any of my content for quite a while, if ever, but I now know that if I get into that target, the people complaining that they haven't been grandfathered into the system when they got 10,000 views, look at most of them. They're toy channels, kids channels, again, the ones who are making borderline fetishistic content. Hey, I got it a second time. They are reaction channels who don't make any decent content. I love a certain reaction channel because he doesn't just sit there and watch something and go, oh wow, yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, I'm so hyped for this. Whilst looking like he's down half a packet of fucking Ritalin. Then you had the first controversies, the first apocalypse. Then you had certain channels who caused the second adpocalypse because it was like, YouTube, how have you let these people get away with it for so long? And YouTube's realised they need a better way to do things. And that's what's happened. The free harbour is under threat because less stuff is coming in. Basically, YouTube has had a period where it opened its floodgates, let anyone in. Everyone found out about that, and as I said, people who want to make a quick buck and easy money have gone onto the site when they've got no talent, no ability to create videos, and no ability to create decent content, so they copy off other people, steal from other people, and create drama to get views. So now that YouTube's closing the gates, you'll find the people who've got the loudest voices are the people who are doing exactly that. the people who are only using it to make some money, who don't care about their watchers, who don't care about their viewers, their subs, who don't care about people who like their videos or leave them nice comments, who just look at you as walking dollar signs. You will find that those people are the loudest. And I've got to say it, because everyone's saying it in these videos, but regarding Keemstar's comment of...
So now everyone's asking me, well, what advice do you have for small YouTubers? Quit. You cannot make it in this game anymore, all right? You're not going to make it. Doing this rule where you can't get ads on your videos unless you have 1,000 subscribers and 400,000 hours of watch time is because everybody in the goddamn world is attempting to be a YouTuber, and there's millions and millions and millions of videos being uploaded every goddamn day, and everybody is attempting to put ads on them. First of all, there isn't any original ideas anymore, all right? There's no original concepts anymore. And if there is an original idea, it gets stolen and copied from about 10 other YouTubers like that. And it's not like you just have to be entertaining, like that's just gonna work. No, dude, there's a whole like freaking strategic numbers games behind it. You have to be entertaining, you have to be a fucking mathematician, you have to sell your goddamn soul and do some crazy shit, you have to be lucky, and even if you do all that, you're still probably not gonna make it, okay? It's gone. Okay, go to plumber's school. You'll do better there. Trust me.
You may think he's being a dick. And he is. He's being a bit of a dick. But it's the way he's saying it. Let me explain. He's actually being really clever. No, seriously, pick yourself up off the floor and listen for a minute. Keemstar is actually being really clever in saying this. Imagine, as an example, you had a job. It's your dream job. And the company says, hey, we're expanding our intake of staff, but that means that some of you might take a pay cut. We're expanding our intake of staff. Everyone's going to get more. The company's going through a big period. It's growing even bigger. We're not getting rid of anyone. We're growing. We're letting loads of new people in. And most people are like, yeah, that's great. And then let's say 2 years down the line, the CEO comes in and he announces a big email to everybody. Hey there, we're unfortunately going to have to lay some people off. Basically, we've expanded beyond what we've got available to support the company, and we can't afford to pay everyone out the same amount. We are going to have to lose people and cut the amount of money that some people get. Oh, by the way, if you're interested, there's also this preferred list, which are company workers who will look at their content, and if we like it, we'll let you do that. Oh, and you'll be earning just as much, if not more, from before the company downsized. Oh, by the way, some of you will also have to work for free. Keemstar saying that is the equivalent of him going for one of those preferred positions, knowing there's, I don't know, let's say there's only one preferred position left, but he knows there's 5 people going for it. Now, he wants that preferred position because he don't want to take a cut. He doesn't want to earn less. He don't want to be at risk of never getting into that preferred position, because if he doesn't do it now, it's very likely his work will bar him from doing it in the future. So he says, hey guys, just letting you know, he finds out these 5 people, or he just sends out an email. He gets someone to send out an email saying, hey guys, just to let you know, there's actually not, there's not 5 positions available, there's only 1 position available. Oh, by the way, the interview for that was on Tuesday, it's now Thursday. And what he's relying on is, one, he will know that that job is still available and he will go for it. And he's relying on people either being dumb enough to read that email or dumb enough to listen to other people when they say, well, might as well just pack it in. I don't agree with big creators saying YouTube is dead. YouTube isn't dead, it's just become as hard as it should be to get big. The issue was, it was too easy to get in there, to earn some money, to make money for shit content, to abuse the system. And YouTube has corrected that. I agree wholeheartedly with what they've done. They've corrected the system before it's collapsed. In essence, they're releasing the pressure. But Keemstar saying just quit isn't him as an industry inside knowing that the bubble's about to burst, basically saying just quit, don't do it, don't bother doing it. No, there's nothing behind this door. No, there's no golden cave of wonders. There's no, nah, you can't make an earning off this anymore. No, what's this? Oh, no, it's not a Rolex at all. No, it's just, no, it's not an Apple Watch either. No. Oh, how many? Oh, no, I didn't buy 5 or 6 with the amount of money I've earned. No. Oh, what do I drive? Yeah, I drive a little, I drive a little Reliant Robin. No, that Ferrari isn't mine. Nah. Nah, that's not mine at all. No, I wouldn't recommend it. No, wouldn't recommend coming in at all. No. Nothing behind this door. I've completely lost where I was going with this. But that is the point. He's basically saying to quit because young audiences, kids who think if they just pick up a camera can become YouTube famous, will actually listen to him, which blows my fucking mind. The amount of shit that's come out regarding him, they will still listen to him. Someone will still listen to him and not pick up a camera because they're not confident, because they're being... And some of these big creators who I support have also been saying, hey kids, the dream's dead. Easy for you to say when you've got a job alongside YouTube where you're earning quite a bit. You've diversified your revenue stream. You've done what Philip DeFranco said. Keemstar is basically playing the system. He is relying on people seeing that, going, well, there's no fucking point doing it then, so less people do it so he gets a bigger cut. Yes, the gates are barred and there is only a certain way to get in, which is great, but I do agree with the policy change. However, and this is going to cause some controversy, I honestly don't think YouTube should be transparent with how you get into the partnership program. Finding out Google Preferred means you get viewed and you get brought into Google Preferred. Does that happen once? Does that happen twice? We don't know. So people might be doing content, waiting for them to get put in Google Preferred, and then doing the content they always wanted to do that they know will get views but wouldn't get them in Google Preferred, so they earn more money. Transparency is hurting the system. I agree with the policy. It's relieved a lot of pressure off YouTube. I don't agree with big creators saying, pack it in, dream's dead, when they're still making money hand over fist from other things they've set up, rather than saying, I wouldn't recommend it, it's still a big risk, which it is. Anyone watching this now who thinks they can just pick up a camera and be a YouTuber, it isn't. It's a big risk. I personally, at present, have invested about $4,000 into this channel off my own money. I've got video ideas I know I will never be able to film whilst I'm working, and I have to realistically look at taking my holiday time and filming in those times, which means realistically I don't have to pay holiday rates for stuff and all that, which makes even more money. Financially, it's a risk. Socially, it's a risk. I am lucky enough that most of my friends live nearby and I can socialise with them, but big creators who make a lot of content don't socialise that much unless they live with other content creators. As I said, I've invested over $4,000 into this channel, and that's with buying used equipment. You can't just pick up a camera and become big anymore. That's real. I'll be honest, that is realistic. Do I think small channels are dead? No. Do I agree with bigger channels basically saying, don't do it? No, because to me, as I said, the voices you hear, to me, that just comes across as they don't want any more competition entering the site. In conclusion, what am I saying? I'm saying there's always been openness to abuse on YouTube, people abusing the platform. You will always get someone who's trying to make a quick buck. YouTube isn't dead. It is taking the necessary steps to save itself from what has happened to other platforms that haven't been able to support themselves because they expand too quickly without the support network in place. I don't agree with big creators saying that YouTube is dead. And if you take anything away from this, if you see any channel saying, oh, I disagree with the policy because I'm making less money, or because other people are going to make less money now, and small creators aren't going to make any money and not going to stick with it, those are the voices you will hear the loudest during this, whilst this still occurs. Those are the voices you will hear on every video that is complaining about this new policy. People who were using it to make a quick buck and who were using it to make money because they didn't want to actually work at something because they thought it was an easy game. I've been the procrastinating scientist. If you agree with anything I've said, please leave it in the comments down below. If you disagree, let's have a conversation, and I will see all of you next time. Goodbye.